Hello and happy Tuesday. My name is Michael Leeserman here with the Trial Guide's tip of the day. The date is June 3rd, 2025, and our tip today comes from Preparing for Voir dire, a book by Lisa Blue and Robert Hirschhorn. It's part of the Little Blue Books series put out by Lisa Blue, who's here with us today. Thank you so much for honoring us with reading the tip of the day, Lisa.
Thank you for the invite. The tip of the day says, refer to your power statement at every step along the way. In voir dire, an opening statement, when you examine witnesses, and in your closing argument. The repetition will work best if your power statement is accurate, brief, and compelling.
Well, I love this. There's something that I call the logical core truth that I go back to again and again with each witness and opening and closing. And this sounds like it's very similar, but for those who, could you give us a sneak preview of what you mean by power statement?
I would love to. The power statement is one of the first things the jury panel will hear. The power statement has your tiny little theme, and it has a statement of what the case is about. My power statement is always the same. It starts the same. The question in this case is whether, and then the next 4 or 5 words is what you really want the case to be about. For example, I'll give you an example. The question in this case is whether a company that fails to warn consumers about the dangers of their product gets a free pass because the client had a previous injury. Good morning. My name is Lisa Blue. So now you've centered the juror's brain to where you want it to go.
I love that because the power statement ideally is what you want the jury talking about in the jury room. And by going first, we get to set the tone and frame the case before the defense does. So that's one of the brilliant things about having a power statement, right?
Thank you. Absolutely. That's where, as a psychologist, as a trial lawyer, I hire people and I will pay a lot to give me my first 45 seconds, because that's what people will remember, primacy and recency. That's what you want them to hear in the beginning, and you want the jury panel, to hear at the end.
You know, there's something brilliant about what you just said, that actual statement, and that was that you were, instead of raising the bar, you were kind of lowering it in my mind. In other words, will they be held accountable? You didn't say that. You said,
Right.
will they get a free pass? And that really lowers the bar. And I thought it was a great way to phrase that. And I know with everything you do, that was very intentional and took a lot of planning, I'm sure.
I have to say this one thing because I get so excited about it. Do you know why the power of a free pass? I got that from Trumpism. People that are Trumpers, that are conservatives, the one thing they hate is when conservatives, feel like someone else is getting a free pass. And so those words to me, they're dog whistles for people that are conservatives. And as a psychologist, you want to talk to everybody on the jury in a way that's meaningful to each person on your jury.
I I think that's absolutely right. And I would add, I'm curious what you think about this. Is I feel like my power statement or my core truth, I think that's the same thing we're talking about. Just when I think I've said it too much is about when I've said it enough. Say it 5 more times. And I think lawyers start to get worried, like, oh, I've already said that. No, I don't think you can say it too much.
Agree. You cannot say it too much.
Great. Well, I know that in addition to being an amazing trial lawyer and a consultant, helping many lawyers, particularly in voir dire, but also in just all parts of the trial, that in addition to that, you've really devoted a lot of time to mindfulness and meditation. And I wonder, before I give my intentions for the day, if you could leave us with some type of intention or well wish for the people listening.
Yes, my intention today for everyone who is listening is to truly practice self love and self compassion. And by that, I mean when your little critic in your head, we trial lawyers all have them, please notice, observe the thought, and come back, let that thought go, and practice saying something kind to yourself. I did that this morning, and I love the practice. And Michael, that's what I love about you is that we share this passion between us because it is so effective for trial lawyers to practice this type of mindfulness or meditation, whatever word you want to use.
I think you've just created a personal power statement that applies to almost all lawyers because plaintiff lawyers so want to help. Most of them are coming from just a place where they're willing to burn themselves out for their clients. And what we have to remember is self-love and self-care. We can't take care of others if we don't take care of ourselves. So let's have that power statement. You can't say that too many times to yourself today. Remember self-love, self-care. Thank you for giving that to us.
Namaste. And thank you, Michael, so much for all you do. And I love that we're on the exact same wavelength and we have the same goal with trial lawyers. So thank you for all you do. Very meaningful.
Let's take a deep breath together. Just be grateful to be alive this Tuesday. May the work that we do today help to reduce the suffering in the world. May it help repair the world. May we fiercely and compassionately advocate for our clients, championing their causes and doing good in the world. I'm going to ring a bell 3 times now. This can take you into a meditation practice, a prayer practice, or just let the sounds pierce you and wash over you and remind you it's Tuesday. Wake up, go out, do good things, and have fun while you're doing it.